So today second video, mechanical properties of the fluid chapter. In the previous video, pressure, density and Pascal's law I will explain. Now in the video 2 I will explain variation of the pressure with the depth in a static fluids. So here in this one I am taking one beaker. So this is a one container or beaker. So this is a container or beaker. I am taking the beaker. So the beaker is having some liquid, maybe water or anyone liquid is a rest position, so that is called static fluids. That is a fluid is a rest. Here here I am taking 2 points. So this is a one point, here another point, in the two different depths. So I am taking, this is a point to P and this is a point to Q. So what is my concept at point to P and Q? What is the pressure difference? So what is my aim here? My aim is, what is pressure at P and Q? What is the pressure difference between P and Q? Is it difference? Is it equal? So I will explain in this video. So at this point P and Q, we calculate difference between P and Q. So for this purpose, I am considering one imaginary surface. So this is my imaginary cylindrical surface. This is my imaginary cylindrical surface at this point P and Q. So this cylindrical surface with the height small h, on the surface area A, So one point to P here. I am taking one cylinder. This is a assuming points. So this is a P point, this is a Q point. So P point on the surface, Q point is another end surface. So what is the area? Capital A. Here also area, capital A. What is the height of the cylinder? H. So inside water, okay, so this imaginary cylinder, it is having some weight. So this weight is mg. What is the weight? Mg. The weight is acting in the downward direction. Mg is acting in the downward direction. So I am taking mg is equal to, m means I will write volume into density. Density is equal to mass per unit volume. So here m I will replace the volume into density into g. So mg is equal to, here mg is equal to, volume means area into length A into h, here A into h, and density of the liquid rho g. So what is the mg? Mg is equal to ah rho g. So this is the weight of the liquid imaginary is acting vertically downward. The weight of the imaginary cylinder acting vertically downward. So here on this imaginary cylinder, so this is a complete inside. Please taking inside of the fluids, just take an imaginary inside of the fluids. The briefly explanation purpose, I am taking the diagrams only. So this is like this, inside of the fluids. So at point to P, this is point to P, this is a point to Q, here point P and point to Q. So when this is area A, so what happened? The force F1 is acting on this point A. So therefore the pressure is acting. So first one at this upper surface of cylinder, how much force is acting? F1 is equal to P1 into A. P1 into A. What is the direction? Vertically direction. And at Q point bottom surface, Q point, their force is acting in the upward direction. So this is a F2 force. So therefore the force F2 is equal to, I am taking the pressure P2A. P2A. So this force is acting in the upward direction. So now this cylinder, imaginary cylinder, now the imaginary cylinder is equilibrium. Equilibrium is the rest position. What is the net force? The net force will be 0. What is the net force? The net force will be 0. So therefore net force will be 0 means their downward forces is equal to upward forces. Upward forces or downward forces, both are equal. The net force will be 0. But in this case, how many downward forces? So one is weight. This is the equation number 1. Equation number 1 and equation number 2, both are downward forces. And equation number 3 in the upward forces. So therefore here this is F1 plus mg is equal to F2. And F1 means P1A plus mg means here AH rho g. This F2 is going to here minus F2 is equal to P2A is equal to 0. Okay, P2A is equal to 0. So where P1 A is common, P1 plus H rho G minus P2 A is common is equal to 0. So this A is going to that side, it is equal to 0, and there P2 and P1 I will write P2 minus P1 is equal to H rho G. Okay, all of you clear? So this is H rho G is this side, the minus P2 is going to this one, and the P1 is going to here, minus P2 is considered to plus P2, plus P1 is considered to minus P1. So P2 minus P1 is equal to H rho G. So where P2 minus P1 is called as the pressure difference between these 2 points. Okay, so how much pressure difference between these 2 points? P2 minus P1 is equal to H rho G, that is delta P is equal to H rho G. This is a pressure is a variation here, the variation of the pressure with the depth. So what is your observation? So where depth will be increases, observation. Okay, depth will be increases, the pressure also increases. Okay, so what is your observation? Depth will be increases. So let us take, this is a when well. Okay, when well is there. So this is a one object ball, rubber ball. So when the rubber ball is dropped at well, it is very height or see what happened, the depth will be increases 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, 4 kilometer, going to down, depth will be increases. What is the pressure of rubber ball? The pressure also increases. But what is the change of the pressure? That is H rho G. You can calculate how much height, 4 kilometer for example. Rho density, the density of the object, G is equal to acceleration due to gravity. So you calculate their variation of the pressure with the depth in a static fluids. Second point, suppose this point to P on the level of the surface here. This is the level of the surface. Okay, not at particular depth. So the level of the surface like this. Here I am taking So this is a point P. So where, what is the point P? At touch or level of surface, top of the surface. Okay, so when at this one the pressure is acting due to of the air, the pressure is acting due to of the air, so this pressure is called, that is P1 is equal to P naught, and P2, what is the height h, this is called P2. So where P1 is equal to P naught, that is when the end P is level of the surface, top of the surface, it is also pressure is acting, this is pressure is called P naught, the P naught is called atmosphere pressure. Okay, what is the P naught? P naught is equal to atmosphere pressure. So P1 is equal to P naught. So what is the P2 at the Q position? P2 is equal to, now this one, P naught plus H rho G. Okay, so where P1 is equal to P naught, atmosphere pressure is acting. So the P2 pressure at particular depth with respect to top the surface, so P2 is equal to P naught H rho G. So here this is the second one. So what is the pressure? This is a P2. There P2 is equal to P naught plus H rho G. So this is the P average. Next P average, I am taking the P2. P average minus P naught is equal to H rho G. Okay, P average minus P naught is equal to H rho G. So that means, so where P average means hydrostatic pressure, and P naught is equal to, what is the P naught? Atmosphere pressure. So the difference between hydrostatic pressures and the atmospheric pressure is called gauge pressure. G-A-U-G. Gauge pressure. So what is the gauge pressure? Pg gauge pressure is equal to P hydrostatic minus P naught is equal to H rho G. H rho G. Next, these atmosphere pressure, ATM means atmosphere pressure, is measure of barometer. It is a measure of barometer, and gauge pressure is measured of manometer. Okay, the atmosphere pressure is a measurement. What is the device? Barometer. By using of the barometer, you can find the atmosphere pressure. You can using of the manometer, you can calculate gauge pressure. So what is the atmosphere pressure? And here the barometer is determined using the barometer. So here definition of the atmosphere pressure, the pressure exerted by the atmosphere on the earth surface is called atmosphere pressure. The pressure exerted by the atmosphere on the surface is called atmosphere pressure. Here let us take, this is our earth. So this is earth, radius r, I am taking the earth, and the earth is having some atmosphere. This is the all atmosphere of the earth. Okay, so due to atmosphere, the force is acting on the particular unit area. This is a force. Okay, air force. Okay, air or dragon force. The force is acting on this unit area. It's give the atmosphere pressure. Okay, so here what is the pressure of the atmosphere at any point? Okay, the pressure of the atmosphere at any point is equal to weight of a column of air air of unit cross sectional area extending from that point on the top of the atmosphere, So what is the here? Let us take one point on the surface of the earth. Here this is the earth. I am taking the one point. This pressure of atmosphere at this point is equal to weight of the column of the air of unit. Here I am taking for unit area of the cross section. Okay, at this unit area of the cross section, how much weight is extended from the top of the atmosphere? So that is called atmosphere pressure, where atmosphere pressure, atmosphere some value is there, that is 1.0135 into 10 power 5 Pascal. 10 power 5 Pascal. So approximately 1 into 10 power 5 Pascal also can write. This is called atmosphere pressure. So which instrument is determined this atmosphere pressure? So that is instrument is called barometer. That is the instrument is called barometer. Now I explain how to find the atmosphere pressure by using of the barometer. Barometer is a device. Barometer is a device used to measure the atmosphere pressure. I will write PATM. PATM is indicated atmosphere pressure. So this barometer is using measured the atmosphere pressure. So here explanation of the barometer, how to construct the determine the pressure. So first I am taking here, all of you listen, this is a glass tube. First I am taking the glass tube. This is a glass tube. Okay, so this glass tube, one end, two ends, this is a one end A, another end B. One end is open, other end is closed. I am taking one glass tube, one end is open and another end is closed. So this glass tube is having some mercury. So is a filled, it is a filled. Okay, filled with I am taking, so what is the fluid or liquid I am taking? Hg. Hg is equal to mercury. This mercury is equal to high density. Okay, so here I am taking one beaker. So this is a one beaker, right? So this is I am taking one beaker. Okay, so the beaker at initially containing is a filled with Hg, mercury. The beaker, so this is a beaker is containing mercury, Hg. So now what happened? So this is glass tube is my hand. Okay, my finger is placed in the upper end. Okay, my finger is placed in the upper end. It is put in this container with inverted direction. Inverted means opposite. Okay, the open end is going to the inside and their closed end is going to upward. So this glass tube is a pressed one, your thumb, it is inverted inside of the container. So what happens? Some mercury inside, mercury is there, we know that some mercury is comes down, some mercury Hg is comes down. Okay, so at this one some small gap is formed. This is a gap is formed. There is no air in this one, no air. Okay, so it is goes down, some goes down of mercury in this tube, in this vessel, in this vessel. So it is air, there is no air is allowed inside. So at this one I am taking one point to capital A inside. the pressure at this point A, Pa is equal to 0. No air is allowed. So pressure, what is the pressure? A point, the pressure A point is equal to 0. So here I am taking 2 points. One is B point. So this black color is a B point, another is a C point. This is a C point, this is a B point. So one B point is inside of the tube, C point is same level, both are same level. So C point in the surface of the liquid or Hg. So what happened according to Pascal's law? Their both pressure are equal, that is Pb is equal to Pc. What is the Pascal's law? At the same level, the pressure will be equal. So therefore I will write Pb is equal to Pc. Okay, so this liquid here, top to touch of the touch to top of the Hg, it is a small h, h is equal to height. So this is a tube. So this is a Hg, actual Hg inside of the tube. Okay, so inside of the tube it is a touch. So what is the height? This is height is equal to h. Okay, so therefore here I am taking Pc is equal to Pc, pressure at C is equal to P naught, because it is a direct atmosphere pressure is acting. So Pc is equal to P naught. So what is the Pb inside? Pb is equal to, here I am taking Pa plus rho gh. So what is the Pb? Pb is equal to Pa plus rho gh. But what is the Pa value? So Pa is equal to 0. What is the Pb value? Pb is equal to Pc and Pc is equal to 0. Similarly P naught. So therefore Pb is equal to P naught, Pa plus 0 and rho gh. So finally P naught is equal to rho gh. So P naught is equal to rho gh, or this naught is indicated atmosphere pressure. So I am taking PATM, atmosphere pressure, rho gh. Rho gh, rho is equal to density of liquid or Hg. So density of the liquid or Hg, and g is equal to acceleration due to gravity, and h is equal to height of mercury column. Height of Hg, height of the mercury column. So at initially this tube is taking 1 meter. Tube is taking 1 meter. So the 1 meter Hg is filled. Complete their Hg is filled. So when this tube is inverted inside of the vessel, what happened? Some mercury goes down, so its give height is equal to 76 centimeter. So inside of the tube after inverted, what is the height of the mercury column? It is explained to scientist. Okay, so that is 76 centimeter. So therefore P atmosphere is equal to, substitute rho gh. Rho is equal to density. Density of the mercury 13.6 into 10 cube, and G is equal to 9.8, and H is equal to 0.76 meter. Okay, so this is a P atmosphere, 13.6 into 10 cube, 9.8 G value. Here this is rho density, rho Hg, G height of the Hg. What is the height? 76 centimeter. So therefore you can substitute all this value, you can get 1.013 into 10 power 5 Pascal. So therefore this is a P naught or P atmosphere, 1.013 into 10 power 5. So what is your conclusion? So here the atmosphere pressure, P atmosphere pressure also represents in terms of height of mercury. In terms of height of the mercury column in the barometer. So this is the explain about of a atmosphere pressure and barometer. Second one, gauge pressure and manometer. So we know that gauge pressure P G is equal to the gauge pressure difference, the pressure difference between P, this is actual pressure, minus P atm, atmosphere. So what is the difference? The difference between actual pressure or hydrostatic pressure minus atmosphere pressure is called gauge pressure. So this gauge pressure is using or construct by using a manometer device. What is the device? So by using which device? Their manometer device. Due to manometer you can calculate gauge pressure. Here construction. So this manometer is a U-tube. U-tube. So U-shaped tube. So this is a manometer is a like this. Okay, this is a manometer. So U-tube, okay, is a glass tube. So I am taking, one is open end, this is a open end, open to atmosphere, and second end is connected to one bulb. So this is a bulb, this is also glass bulb. So in this glass bulb what happens, some gas is there, gas. Okay, in this one some gas is there. Next, in the U-tube it is having some liquid. So I don't know, this is a liquid. Okay, so I'm taking one liquid. Okay, so in this U-tube I am taking 2 points. So this is a level, one is A point, here another taking B point, and it is another point to C point. Their height is raised to small h. Okay, so here I am taking, so I calculate the pressure of the enclosed gas. So here I will write the pressure of the enclosed gas is equal to the pressure at A is equal to pressure at B. So therefore the pressure of the gas P gas is equal to PA is equal to PB, because so according to Pascal law A and B is the same levels. So what is the pressure? Both are equal, PE is equal to PB. So where some atmosphere pressure also acting at the C, so that is P naught plus H rho G. Okay, H is equal to height of the liquid column and rho is equal to density of the liquid, G is equal to acceleration due to gravity. So this P gas minus P naught is equal to H rho G. So this is a P. So gas minus P naught is indicated gauge pressure difference. So this is the actual pressure, this is the atmosphere pressure, it is give gauge pressure. Therefore the gauge pressure is equal to H rho G. So by using manometer can calculate gauge pressure, where P minus P naught is equal to gauge pressure. Some key points of the pressure. So first one, at point of a liquid, this is a liquid, I am taking one liquid. So here one liquid is there. Okay, so I am taking one point. Okay, so this is the one point. The point in a liquid, pressure acts in all direction. So this is a pressure acting in the all direction equal. So what is the first point? So one point inside of a liquid, the pressure is acting in the normally all direction is equal. This is the first point. And so here this is one object. Okay, so always the pressure is acting this normally, like this arrow mark is indicated normally. So the pressure is always acts normally to the fluid boundaries, normally to the fluid boundaries, because the static fluids cannot sustain a net tangential force. Okay, this is the static fluids, it is not a tangential forces. And third point, in a uniform fluid, pressure depends on uniform fluids, means a constant, okay, is a equal. So their pressure is depends on, one is P naught, atmosphere pressure, another is depth of the desired point below the free surface here. So this is a free surface, this is a free surface. In the free surface, depth also depending, and density of the fluid density is depending, and acceleration due to gravity depending. Okay, important points. So in uniform fluid, what is the pressure dependence? One is atmosphere pressure, one is depth of desired point of the free surface, depth is depending, and density of the fluid density is depending, and G is equal to acceleration due to gravity depending. And what is the independent? Okay, so here I am taking the independent. Okay, independent of the pressure. So it is the independent amount of the fluids, the amount of the fluid is the independent. Okay, any amount, their pressure will be same, only difference this concept, but in the amount of the fluid is independent. And shape of the containers, any shape here, like this shape and this shape and this shape. Suppose, so I am taking the three shapes, so the three shapes is having the same liquid, same level. So I am taking here, this is the one shape, this is the one shape, this is the one shape. Suppose for example, I am taking three beakers A, B, C, A, B, C. So which is having the more pressure at the bottom, A or B or C? All pressure will be equal. PA is equal to PB is equal to PC, because all are same volume, their pressure will be constant. So it is no changes. PA is equal to P. Weight will be different. That is a different weight. So but the what is the pressure at the bottom? PA is equal to PB is equal to PC. So that is shape of the container is independent. So due to this fact, it's give one different phenomena. So that is phenomena is called hydrostatic paradox. Hydrostatic paradox. Okay, this is so due to some different concept. So what is the paradox? Okay, what is the paradox here? So what is meaning of the paradox? The pressure of a liquid is same at all points of the fluid at the same horizontal level, at the same horizontal level. So here what is the paradox? Pressure of liquid is same at all points of the fluid at the same horizontal. This is a horizontal level. Okay, at this one always the pressure is a constant. So that is called a paradox. So here I will taking some explanation. Okay, so explanation. So here I am taking so three different size. So this is a one size. Okay, so here also one size, and here also one size, and these all size is connected to one pipe. So this all size is connected to one pipe. This is a pipe. Okay, so like this actually, like this actually, like this. Okay, so I am taking one is C, another is A, another is the, so this is actually this one, don't confuse, and this is B. Here consider three vessels A, B, C. Is a different shapes. So three vessels A, B, C is a different shapes. Different shapes. Okay, in the figure, let these vessels are joined one horizontal pipe. This is a pipe. Actually, this is a pipe. Okay, horizontal pipe. The horizontal one pipe is joined. So this horizontal pipe, the water is flowing. So what happened, I am assuming that there, this is the water level and this is the water levels in the different shape of vessels. This is complete water is there. Okay, so in this one what happened, there all water level or liquid level is the same. Water level is the same. I am taking the water level is the same. The vessels are filled with water. What is your observation? All vessels contain water same level, even though amount of water in the vessel in the different, but in the different water, but is the what is the level? So this is due to fact that pressure below each cross section vessel is same. So what is the reason? So when the water is flowing, all are reached the same level. So what is the reason? So because here the pressure below each cross section, each cross section of the vessel is same. Vessel is same. So this is called as, okay, this is called as hydrostatic paradox. That is PA is equal to PB is equal to PC. Okay, PA is equal to here height, HC here height, HA here height, HB. So that is HA is equal to HB is equal to HC. So this is called hydrostatic paradox. So this is the fluids second video. So thank you one and all.